Can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know why she made the account name that anymore. Whatever.
Two-K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beem in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, well, maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win.
Rich, what kind of mojo do you think this player's got after winning in their last start?
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
Great shot. What an opportunity to make a birdie.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. He's currently in a share of top spot.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. So distance off the tee, especially important here at Echo Park. Course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the 6th. There's a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the 6th green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently in 5th place.
Well, that shot took some serious skill. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. It's time for a one-shotter. Going with the 8-iron here.
Oh my gosh.
Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. Yeah, this is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
A bit long on that one. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
The fuck?
Looks good off the blade. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And here we are with the third
I
shot.
don't really care about this dude.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Leading by a shot after that hole. Here we are at the 6th hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively. Pretty good shot there.
Golf became a power game, and there's few players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that
Yeah, no, you
has
dick,
the
huh?
ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching this steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Luke, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week. That's really not what they were looking for.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Oh, no. This is nasty. Just no.
A bit out of shape with that swing. Got to get the rhythm back.
What's going on now? Oh, man.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
I was fucking around now.
What kind of shot are they
About to get
facing
him.
here, Henny?
Our wind's just going to knock the ball down. It's straight at the back.
Yeah, a quality shot, that. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Ouch, that hurts. And this one will be for bogey. Currently 1 under
So good.
for the day. We find ourselves on a par 3 here. Going with the hybrid. Needs this one to kick right. And he's safely on the green with that shot. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
Oh, man, I fucked it up.
8 feet to the cup. Oh, gee, that line
I'm
was looking
choking.
good, wasn't it? And that's a couple of
What's
bogeys on the
happening
bounce,
now,
I'm
dude?
afraid.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Just 1 off the lead after that hole. Teeing off now on the 9th hole.
Huh.
The tempo there was exquisite.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Well played, mate. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
He's staring down 23 feet here.
Just didn't drop. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
How close was that to going down?
We don't know. We didn't see it.
All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, after 9, so far, so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
It's been a good year. 3 wins so far this season. Wonderfully played. Getting ready to play their third. Currently a shot off the lead.
Oh, dude, that would have went in there.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And this putt to move into a share of first place.
On a nice line.
Oh, well played. And that will take him to 1 under. He's currently tied for first. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green. Clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Ooh. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This for par.
This looks good. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot.
He's cheating, dude.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Let's head to the 12th hole.
See if
They're
it brings it
going
back.
with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Yep, tracking well.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that will take him to 2 under. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone.
Fuck that. I'm gonna go for this one. Oh, bad, I'll do it. Never mind.
Lovely effort, that. Time for the second shot here at the 13th.
Uh-oh, this one leaking out to the right.
Freaking shanked it, dude.
And now over to Tony Finau.
Birdied their last hole.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently in the lead by a shot. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
This one to save par. Looking good so far.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Still in the lead now after that hole. It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off for par. Chance to pipe one up the middle.
A nice little draw. Nothing sweeter.
Any bounce to the left here
I'm
would be
fixing
helpful.
controllers.
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
See?
Ooh, right by the hole. putting for par. There it is. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole.
Wants me to play something else?
2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
Yep. Good job.
That was wonderfully done. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal.
I don't
He's
care about
2
this
strokes back from his rival.
And back to the play, shall we? Sitting at 2 under. Currently in top spot.
This could be real short. I know it.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That's inside the house of opportunity. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Get in there.
Oh, you know you want to.
Yeah.
And the putt drops now at 3 under, heading down the stretch.
Yeah, with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
He sits in first position.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
I hit a
And
perfect,
that was a bit
perfect.
of a misfire.
Carry
Wind
it
is
real
absolutely
far.
swirling in this part of the golf course.
And this from the greenside rough.
Should go in.
Oh, what a ripper from long range.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard now after that hole, and they're currently in first. Lydia Ko holds second.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Second shot here on the 17th.
That was terrible.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently in 5th place.
Let's return to live play now. A chance to move to 5 under par.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Okay, steady now. And tapping it in for par. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Well, what a lovely position to be in. Holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck.
Oh no.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. Setting up in some very deep rough. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. That's going to find the water, sadly.
Ain't that some shit?
This is their 5th shot.
Wind's blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the one in here.
This one needs to kick left. Lining up here for a chance to win the tournament. What a putt to make.
I can't see what that was. I think it's gonna miss.
Oh, super effort that. Holds the putt to win it all.
Absolutely. It's hard to believe that this player already got 4 victories on the season. Top of the game right now. It's impressive.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
I don't care. Stop popping up. Oh my goodness. Sounds good.
K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beem in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him.
At all.
He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting.
Let's check in with our man on the ground, John McCarthy, for our course report. John, what will Foxhole Golf Links be serving the players this week?
Well, Luke, I think Foxhome Golf Links is going to be serving up some birdies, maybe a side of eagle. The course really is right in front of these players, and what you see is what you get. Not a whole lot of tricks to it, so I think people are going to be firing out these flags all week, and I'm going to sit back and enjoy that. Hopefully the folks at home will as well.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
It's doable. Not hitting like that, it ain't.
You always like that on long putts, when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. We have a par 3 on this one, and after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. This one might need to get down a little bit.
Should have
Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the third.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
If it's up, it could be in. And that will drop in for birdie. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. This hole is a par 5. Oh, you couldn't paint a better picture. Gorgeous. Second shot here on the 4th. Going with the 5-wood. Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
What's going on? Can't figure out how to get back to there.
The up and down.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Currently 2 under for the day. Here we are at the 5th hole of Foxholm Golf Links. 424 par 4 from the tips.
And only the really long players in the game are going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side. The shorter players are going to have to hit it out to the left-hand side with maybe not quite a driver, but from there, it's really just a flick of a second shot as this hole is just 424 yards. I'm thinking that every player is looking at this as a birdie opportunity.
Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour
and
essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B to point. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots. Now he just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
That's the way to bounce back. Good way to make up for the bogey at the last.
And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Let's see what happens here on the 7th. That's nicely done. From about 130 yards here.
Currently tied for the lead.
Nicely done.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, Henny. What's he looking at with this putt?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill. Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Some momentum being built now. That's back-to-back birdies. Back-to-back birdies never hurt, Rich.
Gotta like it. He's feeling it.
This hole is a par 3. But there's no doubt they'd have some positive vibes coming off that birdie. Let's see if they can keep it rolling.
Too hard.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Not a bad play, that one. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. And that will take him to 4 under. Ooh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again. And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. As we stride to the final hole of the outward half of Foxholm Golf Links, players will be licking their lips with this par 5, measuring just over 500 yards.
Well, this is a gift to end on. However, you got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. Bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front 9 with possibly an eagle 3.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Ooh, exciting times on the tee of a par 5. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Without a doubt, the
no.
best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
Oh, almost went in. 19 feet to the cup.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Looking really good.
That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make.
And that will take him to 7 under. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. That's a big drive. Playing from around 110 yards out. This is beautiful to watch.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Okay, let's get back to the action.
A birdie putt awaits.
Yep, tracking nicely.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
The 12th hole at Foxholm Golf Links is a strong par 3 measuring 216 off the back tees.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely be bailing out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that greenside bunker.
Ooh, that almost went down. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
These are on rails, looking good.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. Well, that's a handy shot. Second shot here on the 13th hole.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
That's half a chance of being holed, this one. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. Now 6 shots in front after that hole. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Oh, man.
And how's that ball lying?
Well, it's a little deeper into the rough, but it's sitting nicely.
Going with a 3-wood here.
Oh, bounce.
Splash.
Time now for the 4th shot.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Hang on, this looks pretty handy.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage. This one's a par 3. Choosing the 9-iron here.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
15 feet to the cup. Oh, just missed.
Putting for a par now. And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
Luke in the lead with his rival not too far behind. Playing with the lead, going to the final round can sometimes be tricky. Do they have what it takes to get it done?
Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader.
Huge tee shot there, Luke. What a display of power.
Opting for the
Oh, I should have
9-iron.
shanked it.
See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed.
Time for the 2nd shot at the 17th.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last.
Beautiful swing there.
I don't think this be holding him longer. Nothing, obviously.
Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
Wow, was that a massive drive there. Holy cow.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's looking good. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. And this putt for the tournament. Well, in it goes, and this just continues this player's dominance.
What a fantastic win this week, Luke. This player was on top of their game all week long. A hard-earned, hard-fought, but well-deserved win.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.